You're listening to Radio Stories, real Reddit tales for real working people. On break, in the truck, or stuck at your desk. We've got you. Now on to the story. I don't even know how to start this. I feel like I'm in a nightmare and every time I wake up, I'm still inside it. I, 26F, have been with Jake, 28M, since I was 16. We were high school sweethearts, literally. He was my first everything. My first kiss, my first love, my first real relationship. We grew up together, built everything together. We moved in when I was 20, got a dog, got matching tattoos, and 3 months ago he proposed. It wasn't a question of if we'd get married. It was just when. The wedding was supposed to be in September. Venue booked, dress picked, invites ready to go. And then my younger sister, 24F, got a little too tipsy during our cousin's birthday and blurted something out I still can't process. She said she saw Jake sneaking out of my mom's, 52F, guest bedroom early one morning, shirtless. She swore she wasn't trying to start drama, she thought I knew, or that it was a one-off fight or something. She literally said, I thought maybe it was some weird misunderstanding, like he crashed there or was helping her with something. But the second I asked Jake about it, he froze. And then he broke down. He admitted it. He admitted they got close after a holiday party at my parents' place 6 months ago. He said it was a drunken mistake that happened again, like that somehow makes it better. Like multiple intentional betrayals are better than a one-time accident. He said he and my mom had a weird emotional connection. What the hell does that even mean? When I confronted her, she didn't even deny it. She cried, but not because she was sorry. She begged me not to tell my dad. She literally said, it was just something we both needed at the time. As if it was some kind of shared therapy session and not my entire future being torn apart by the two people who were supposed to love me unconditionally. She's still married to my dad. They just celebrated 30 years. I haven't told him. I can't. It would break him. So yeah. The wedding's off. I moved out of our apartment and I'm staying with my best friend. Jake has been trying to contact me but, there's nothing to say. You don't come back from this. I lost my partner, my mom, my family. I feel like I don't even know who I am right now. My mom didn't just ruin my relationship, she blew up my entire sense of reality. And she doesn't even seem to understand why I'm completely broken. And now for the comments. This wasn't just cheating. This was a complete annihilation of trust. Your fiancé didn't just cheat, he did it with someone he knew would rip your world apart. And your mother? She should have protected you from harm, not been the harm. I hope you understand that what they did is unforgivable. People don't accidentally destroy someone's entire sense of home and love. You're not just heartbroken, you've been emotionally nuked. I'm so sorry, OP. OP's response. That word, annihilation, is exactly it. It feels like they reached into the most sacred parts of my life and burned them down. I keep thinking, who does this to their own child? Every time I close my eyes, I see moments between the three of us, family dinners, holidays, laughs. And now I question everything. Were they already sleeping together then? Was she hugging me in the kitchen after sleeping with the man I loved? I don't think I'll ever be the same after this. But thank you for saying it out loud. It helps to feel seen. Next response from commenters. OP, your dad deserves to know. He's your father. He has a right to the truth, just like you did. Your mom robbed you of your future, don't let her keep robbing others of their reality. You didn't destroy anything. She did. You just be handing over the mirror. OP's response. You're not wrong. Every time I look at my dad, my stomach churns. He still hugs her in the kitchen, still kisses her forehead like she's this loyal, gentle person. It's gutting to watch. Part of me wants to scream the truth just to stop pretending. But I'm scared of what it would do to him. He's already been through so much in his life. He doesn't deserve this either. But maybe you're right, maybe the kindest thing I can do now is hand him that mirror, painful as it is. Final response from commenters. It was something we both needed. No. That's something people say about a vacation. A spa day. Not destroying your daughter's relationship. Your mom sounds like she's rewriting reality to protect herself from feeling guilt. That's not remorse. That's ego. Please don't let her gaslight you into thinking this was some weird accident or emotional loophole. It was a choice. Repeatedly. OP's response. I needed to hear that. She said it so casually, like I should be mature enough to understand. She told me we were both lonely in different ways, like that makes any of this okay. And I almost let it sink in. For a second, I almost felt bad for her. That's how deep this mess has twisted my thinking. You're right. It was a choice. And she made it again and again. That's not confusion. That's cruelty. If you're into these stories, give it a like, drop a comment if something hits home, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Let's get into it. So, I told my dad. I didn't plan to. I had been sitting with this secret for weeks, torn between wanting to protect him and screaming the truth just to get it out of my body. But then I saw them, my mom and dad, cooking dinner together like nothing happened. She was laughing at something he said. He kissed her cheek. I almost threw up right there in the doorway. Later that night, I asked him if he was happy. Just asked. He said he was, but that I'd seemed off lately. That was all it took. I cracked. I told him everything. That mom had been sleeping with Jake, my fiancé. That it happened more than once. That she begged me not to tell him. That she said it was something they needed. I've never seen a face crumble like that before. The fallout. He left. Immediately. Didn't yell. Didn't ask questions. Just quietly packed a bag, grabbed the keys, and left. The next day, I got a text from my mom saying, "I hope you're happy. You ruined our family." Let that sink in. I ruined the family. My aunt, my mom's sister, called me sobbing. She had no idea what was going on, but apparently mom had told everyone that I'd made it up out of jealousy and stress from the wedding being cancelled. Now half the family thinks I fabricated it. The other half won't speak to my mom. My sister, bless her, backed me up when people started asking questions. She told the truth about what she saw. She's now being called a traitor by our cousins. My dad is staying at a hotel. He texted me saying, "You didn't ruin anything. You saved me." And then Jake reached out. He had the audacity to message me after all of this saying, "I didn't want it to go this far. We didn't mean to hurt anyone. You didn't mean to hurt anyone. You screwed my mother and helped blow my family to pieces, and now you're playing the accidental villain." I didn't reply. I blocked him. Again. I don't know what family means anymore. Everything feels upside down. I'm grieving a future I'll never have, a relationship I thought was real, and now, a family unit that's just completely shattered. My mom is still pretending she's the victim. My dad is heartbroken and alone. My sister is caught in the middle. I'm numb. Floating. But somehow still breathing. I've got therapy next week. Again. And honestly, I need it more than ever. This is the worst chapter of my life. But at least now I'm living in the truth. Thanks for listening. And thank you for every comment on the last post that reminded me I'm not crazy for feeling broken. I'm still here. Barely. But I'm here. And now for the comments. OP, you did the hardest thing a person can do, you shattered the lie to protect the person who deserved the truth. That wasn't betrayal. That was bravery. Your mom isn't a victim. She's a manipulator who violated every sacred boundary, and now that the mask is off, she's scrambling for control by blaming you. Classic narcissistic behavior. She didn't expect consequences. She expected silence. And your dad? He deserved to know. Imagine living the rest of his life loving a woman who was lying to his face at the dinner table. You gave him a chance to reclaim his dignity and agency. You didn't ruin the family, she did. Jake helped. But she lit the match. Anyone who sides with her after this isn't someone you want around anyway. Blood doesn't mean loyalty. Truth does. You may feel like your world exploded, but I promise, you've just cleared the debris. The healing begins now. You're stronger than the people who betrayed you, and you're not alone. OP's response. Reading this felt like someone grabbing my hand in the dark. Thank you. I've been struggling so much with guilt, not for what I said, but for what it caused. But you're right. I didn't cause the damage. I just turned on the lights. The silence in this family is what allowed stuff like this to go unchecked. I think deep down I always knew something was off with my mom, but I buried it. I didn't want to see it. Now that it's all out, it hurts like hell, but it's a clean wound. No more lies. No more rot under the surface. Just me, standing in what's left, trying to rebuild. Next response from commenters. OP, I lived a version of this. My mom cheated on my dad with my college boyfriend. I found out after they divorced, he never told anyone, just carried it like a secret tumor. It destroyed him slowly. You did the right thing by telling your father. He might be in pain right now, but it's the honest kind. And that kind of pain heals. The quiet kind. The kind your mom wanted him to keep living with. That's poison. And as for the relatives turning on you, let them. They're addicted to comfort and keeping up appearances. You chose truth. It'll be lonely at first, but in the long run, it's the only thing that keeps your soul intact. OP's response. This gave me chills. I honestly can't imagine my dad living the rest of his life with her, never knowing. He's such a gentle soul, and I think part of me was afraid he couldn't handle the pain. But what you said hit me, that kind of pain heals. That line is going to stay with me. I think I needed to believe that telling him didn't just cause destruction, that maybe it was also a form of protection. Thank you for sharing your story. I don't feel so alone anymore. Final response from commenters. I have a 26-year-old daughter. If I found out my wife betrayed her the way your mom did, I'd be wrecked. Not just by the affair, but by the realization that someone I built a life with could be so cruel to our child. You did exactly what a daughter who loves her father should do. It may have hurt him, but not nearly as much as living a lie would have. You didn't shatter the family. You opened his eyes before the house collapsed on top of him. He'll never forget that. Even if it takes time to say it, he knows you stood up for him when nobody else would. OP's response. Thank you for this. It means so much coming from a father. I've been terrified I hurt him too much, that I broke something in him. But if the roles were reversed, and he'd known and said nothing, I don't know if I could have forgiven that. I want to believe that one day, he'll look back and know that I told him because I love him. That I couldn't let him keep living in a lie he didn't choose. He texted me yesterday, "Thank you for being strong when I wasn't." That wrecked me. But it also reminded me why I told him in the first place. Thanks for listening. If this story stuck with you, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. Until next time.